This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate.
What's going on the Stomping Ground?
And available on DAZN, Mr. Joey Essex. What's happening? You've just had the open workout here in Manchester ahead of that first Misfits bout.
Yep.
A bit of tension with your opponent as well in an interview there with Joe on IFL. Just initial reaction, start of the week, how are you feeling?
I feel good. The closer we're getting to the fight, I'm just getting more and more confident. I've put in all, I couldn't have done any better, genuinely. Like, I believe in myself fully, and this camp I've done, I could not have gone any further. It genuinely felt like I went to hell and back. Like, I literally trained so hard. It's very difficult, but my last day sparring, last Friday, it was like Christmas. It weren't cold, not in that sense. But it was like a celebration. I just felt like it was like, I don't know, because it just felt like I just literally passed the test already. You know what I mean?
Does that fill you with the confidence you need going into Saturday night?
Yeah, I just feel like, like I said, I couldn't have done any more. My last day of sparring, everyone says, "Oh, you have a bad spar." Like,
couldn't have gone any better.
Couldn't have gone any better, yeah, to be honest, yeah.
Is it kind of almost a bit surreal being here on Fight Week? Because we've had conversations about this over the years now, whether it be in Box IQ in Dubai or
nice bath.
Yeah, in a nice bath, in a nice bath, yeah. Pause. But actually being here on Fight Week now and it all happening, is it a bit like, oh shit, like it is now finally happening after years of maybe like toying with the idea?
Yeah, no, it is. It's obviously it's a mad feeling because I've been talking about it myself, and even like without talking to yourself or anyone else, like I've been in my own mind thinking, oh, when's this gonna happen? Like, hopefully one day, sooner or later. And then work comes and I have to take work, so it's nice to finally have the date, and we're here. I've done the camp and I'm finally here, so yeah, it's already like a dream come true.
How nice has it been to kind of share that time with Tony as well? Obviously, family. Demi's obviously fighting as well. Yeah. To kind of all be under the same roof, and that's as close as it's ever going to get, and as good as it's ever going to get, really, when it comes to family training and that.
100%, yeah. No, do you know what? It's actually been like, when you say it like that, like it has been really nice. You know what I mean? Being around family, like being around Tony a lot, and being around Demi as well. Like, it's just been nice, like, because we are a close family, and we've been spending a lot of time together, and it's just in that sense, it's been a breeze. But obviously, Tony has been tough. He might say he's not strict, but he's kind of strict. But it's good because you can't get away with nothing with Tony. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't skip a day, you can't skip rounds, you can't be late. Like, you got to do as you're told. Tony's, although he's my uncle, he's a professional coach, and I look at him like Tony, my uncle, but also, when I'm in the gym, he's Tony the coach. So it's been fun.
What have you learnt the most from being in and around Tony in the gym? I know the first thing you said to me was, God, like, this was at the launch press conference, like, is he always this hard on everyone? And I was like, no, it's Tony Sims, isn't it? Of course he's going to be.
Yeah, I know. It's good though, because I've trained in a lot of countries and different gyms, and just try to basically get on with this journey. But I've never felt like I've proper sunk into a situation where I'm like, okay, well, I'm comfortable now. I can take this journey on and I can do it properly, you know what I mean? Tony's looked at me and took me serious, and he's looked at me, and I truly believe that, Tony knows what I'm going to do on Saturday night. He knows exactly what I'm going to do. He believes in me fully.
Just heard Mams Taylor there saying a future star of Misfits boxing.
Yeah.
Is it a matter of having this fight and getting that buzz for it, and then this kind of being a path that you can take moving forward?
100%. Me and Mams have been talking for a long time, for a few years, and that's the first time I met Mams. But yeah, I've been on the phone, and been many a times when we've spoke and we're like, oh, can we get it over the line? Can we do it? And every time I have that conversation with Mams, I always say to Mams, I'm going to be the man. I'm going to be the new star of crossover boxing. It's going to be me. Everyone's going to want to fight Joey Don Essex. Everyone. The eyes are on me anyway. Everyone wants to fight me now. So let alone when I start knocking all these people out and know, getting all the wins, and you know, I'm going to be the golden boy. Everyone's going to want to fight me. So, you know, I'm going to, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be the man.
The press conference, your opponent gave it large and in charge. He seemed a little bit more, I don't want to say respectful, but you know, maybe not as confident as he first was. Do you think he?
100%. He's piped down massively. Yeah, he's very piped. He's piped.
What's
down.
changed, do you reckon?
Probably just knows to score, innit? He just knows. Do you know what I mean? He's like, personally, if I was fighting me and I was him, I would do exactly what he's doing. I'd pipe down, because you know, we can all talk, but when we're in that ring on Saturday night, you know what I mean? You won't be doing too much talking then. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just me and him in the ring, and you know, one of us is going to get taught a lesson. So yeah, like I said, if I was him, I'll be minding what I say, really, because you know, he shouldn't be wanting to embarrass himself too much, you know.
You know, one of the things that I noticed off the back of my first interview with you that we did when this fight was announced is people were commenting saying, "Oh, was Joey not being very intelligent, just a gimmick then?" Because everyone's saying that now you've had a fight announced, you're coming across like really smart and that. Have you noticed much of that?
Well, everyone's saying I'm smart.
Yeah, well, not smart.
Finally, I'm smart.
No, but everyone's saying you're coming across as if like before it was all just an act and that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Listen, I don't know what it is. I don't even know. But all I do know is Joey Don Essex is the Don, and he's about to take over crossover boxing, and you all know it. And that's the truth. Joey Essex, the persona on TV. Listen, I'm still who I am. I don't change. You know, it just depends what environment I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm not the cleverest kid in school. I'm not academically clever. But that's very normal. I'm just not afraid, and I'm not embarrassed to do things. A lot of people are embarrassed and afraid to answer questions and do this and do that. I'm not. Hence the reason Joey Essex is like getting involved in boxing, calling himself the Don, saying he's going to take over whole of crossover boxing and knock them all out. I'm just like that. I'm just, you know, I'm brave. I've got heart, and that's the truth. You know, people should know that anyway. I mean, I feel like I've gave that off in, you know, in shows. So I'm surprised why people thought like what people are thinking. Sometimes I think what goes through other people's heads.
You can never really read too much into what people have got to say.
No, I don't. That's what I mean. I don't really care. But what I don't like is it's not hard to be nice. And I think a lot of people, I want to be the example to shut people up who belittle other people. Because people try to belittle me. Oh, a lot of people, like, he can't do this, what's he trying to do, be a boxer, all this. Because I want to shut them people up who are bullies, basically, people who are rude to other, you know, people, and like keyboard warriors. Because I don't get affected. It doesn't offend me, but there are people out there that do get offended. And hopefully them people and the keyboard warriors are going, oh, do you know what, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore.
Right, 2 quick questions, because it looks like we've pulled up, we're ready to go. How excited are you to just prove people wrong as well come Saturday and show that it's not all just a gimmick? You can go in there serious and give a bit something different as well. Yeah, I'm just so excited to get in there and just, you know, show this side of me, and, you know, show people what I'm really about, show people I've got heart, show people I've got strength, show what Joey Don Essex can actually bring to the fight world. And on Saturday night, you're going to see that. Final message to the people at home supporting. They can buy the pay-per-view using your link as well, by the way. That's it. Go to my bio, yeah. The pay-per-view link on my Instagram, www.dazn.com/Joey Essex. Don't miss it, trust me. It's going to be fireworks, baby. Let's go! Knock him out, Joey? He's going, yeah. Well, you never know. Maybe. We'll see. Joey, thank you very much, mate.